Hello, this is Steve Thoele, Principal Broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another update on the Tigard Oregon real estate market. This update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity ending this past Sunday, January 15th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through the info with you. Before I do that, though, I do want to encourage you to, if you already haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. It's a great way for you to stay up to date on what's happening in your local Tigard market. So hit the subscribe button. And with that said, on to the update here. So this last week, we definitely had a surge of activity here in Tigard this last week. You'll see that we had 29 new listings come on the market, which was up over double from the week prior, where we had 12, and certainly a high for the past 8 weeks in terms of new listing activity. Ended the week with 154 homes on the market, and you can kind of see it has not varied much in Tigard over the past 8 weeks. We had a low of 143 about 3 weeks back and a high of 162. So, relatively speaking, a pretty tight range there in terms of supply on the market. Median price and days on market, you can kind of see on the price side, we've increased from kind of where we were at right around 700,000 to begin with. And then the last few weeks has been right at about 775,000 for the average or the median price right now in Tigard. And then days on market, you can kind of see we had a low of 61, and then it kind of got built up to about 77 days right at the beginning of the year. And the last couple of weeks, it's dipped back down to about 65, 66 days of average market time for the most recent number of active listings. Pendings. So as of the time I put this together, I showed we had again a surge of pendings last week. So we had 28 homes go pending last week, which is 4 times higher than kind of the prior few weeks here. So that's a pretty massive increase in just 1 week. So interesting to kind of see that big bump take place. And that drove up the number of pendings as of the end of the week to 66, which was up from 51 the week prior. And then the median price and days on market for the pendings, you can kind of see that we started off at 565. That grew up to 620,000 about 3 weeks back. And then it's declined a bit from there. This last week kind of came in right at 600,000 for these most recent 66 pendings in Tigard. And then days on market, that's been pretty tight as well. Had a low of 37, high of 44. This last week kind of came right in the middle of that at 40. So has been very steady in terms of how long homes have been on the market before they go under contract in Tigard. And then lastly, we'll look at sold listing activity. So as of the time I put this together, I showed we had 12 homes go from pending to sold last week in Tigard, and that's been pretty steady. We had a low of 10, a high of 21, so it's kind of toward the lower end of the range. And then when I look back over the prior 4 weeks of the number of closings on a week-by-week basis, this last week we dipped down to 51 closings over the prior 4 weeks, and you can see that's been kind of coming down over the last 3 weeks now, when we kind of topped out at 67 here for 3 weeks in a row. And then the median sold price and days on market for the sold listings, again, for the most part, it's been very steady in terms of the price. This last week kind of came in at 540,000. You can kind of see it's been hanging right into that 540, 550 range for quite some time. Days on market, though, has been on the rise. I had a low of 24 days 8 weeks back, and it has risen pretty consistently. This last week kind of came in at 46 days of average market time for the most recent 51 homes that have sold. So just another reflection of homes had been taking longer to get under contract in Tigard as time has gone on here over the winter. And then lastly, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. Red bars is that weeks of inventory. You can kind of see we started off about 10.5 weeks, got down to just under 9 weeks of inventory, and has been coming back up from there. This last week kind of came in at just over 12 weeks of inventory, which is just under about 3 months worth of inventory right now based upon, number of current listings and number of sales that have taken place in Tigard. So on the rise a bit. And then the sale prices percent of the original list, you can kind of see we had a high of 98%, or about a 2% discount off original list price here 8 weeks back. And that did clear down to about 90, 93, 92, 93%. It has kind of recovered a little bit. This last reading kind of came in at 94%. So again, the most recent sales has been about a 4% discount off of original list price, is where pricing is currently at. So I hope that update has been helpful as always. And if I can ever answer any questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My number is 503-680-2065. I'm always happy to answer any questions or elaborate on your situation and what I can do to be of service to you. And lastly, really appreciate you tuning in and watching. I hope you have a great day and week ahead, and we will see you on the next video.